You're tuned into the Average Joe Sports Show by there. Keep it locked to Eagle 810 for our highly average take on sports talk.
909 Miley Cyrus right there with We Can't Stop. Hey, it's the Average Joe Sports Show, and I'm Senior Airman Kellen Carr, the host of the show. I got few guests in the studio with me. I have over here to my left, we got Shawn Burgundy. What's up, brother?
Before we do anything, I want to know what's going on with this pregnant belly you got going on, and I want to tell the world that I'm not the pappy.
All right,
okay?
Listen, check it out. It's called an empathy belly, and if I make a promise, I'll live up to it. They asked me if I'd wear it. I said, you know what, I'll wear it the duration of my show, so I feel for all the mothers out there. I'm rocking 35 pounds of breast and belly, and I got a bladder thing and everything, so it's all good.
Bladder thing?
Yeah, it's pressing on my bladder.
I don't think that's got anything to do with the suit. You might want to get that checked out.
Oh, my goodness, my dude. Listen, we got the real deal Veal in the studio. What's up, man?
Good morning, everybody. I just want to say, Kellen, you're looking good. I just want to know, are you going to be able to park in the expecting mother spots now?
You know what? I'm taking full advantage.
I would.
I'm taking full advantage. And you know what? They should let me wear them little sneakers that they let the pregnant women wear in their ABUs.
The Crocs?
I'm about to rock them. Yeah.
The kids?
We also got to my right, Hollywood. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Coming in after a few weeks gone, I was noticing the show's turning into Scrub City, so I thought I'd come in, and then you throw me all this.
Shots
it's going to be
fired.
cannon fodder in here. It's not no contest today.
Wow.
Oh, I like it.
Might be a reason why you weren't back.
Listen, we're going to be talking about a bunch of topics today, including Game 1 of the NBA Finals going on AFN Sports Channel. It's going to be going on at 10 o'clock. The San Antonio Spurs against the Miami Heat. We'll be talking about some predictions as far as who these gentlemen think are going to, have the best starters, best bench, coach, clutch, and all of that. And also, we'll be talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers, $239 million payroll, and them boys are barely holding up.
What are you looking at me for?
Because that's your
Why are you staring
squad,
me
man.
down?
Well, talking about UFC and much more. We got a bunch of topics to cover, but you know what? We got to get into the music here on the Morning Cruise Control. Are you guys ready for today, man? Y'all don't seem very amped up. It's Friday.
I'm trying to give my co-host over here, a chance to say something because I don't want to rule him out when it's time to get the ball rolling.
That's what I'm talking about. It's going down here on the Average Joe Sports Show. Hey, first, here's AWOL Nation with Sail. 9:14 AWOL Nation there with Sail. We're back here on the Average Joe Sports Show. Hey, it's Kellen. We got Shawn Burgundy. We got Will, the real deal, Veal. And also, I'm sorry about that, and Hollywood. My bad. What did you say, real deal?
I was just saying, what?
All right, and we're in the studio.
Turn my mic on, yo.
Turn me up in my headphones. Hey, we got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Miami Heat. They're squaring off today on AFN Sports. Make sure you check it out. It's going to be going down in San Antonio. And fellas, we're going to break this down by starters, bench, coach, clutch, and then game one predictions, all right? Starting with you, Shawn Burgundy. Who has the better starters?
You got to go with the Heat. The big three down there are just destructive. I think they got the better starters, without question.
All right.
I disagree with that a little bit. I think the starters, top to bottom, first five on the floor go to the Spurs. When you have Manu and Tim Duncan and Parker, those three are let alone, are
But they typically bring Ginobili off the bench. They got Danny Green in there starting right now.
Danny Green. Even then, their three, I think, are
you don't even know
better.
who the starters are.
My bad.
Hollywood.
I'm going to break the tie and go with the Heat because, the Heat are known as the big three. The Spurs are known as the big 2.5. So, obviously there you got to go with the Heat.
I think I look at it like this. Ginobili, obviously, he comes off the bench, but Ginobili is more like a starter. He's in there at the end. They do that for a reason.
He's like a 5.5 man instead of a 6 man.
But I look at the additional players. Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, basically, against Chalmers, and then whoever the Heat decide after that. I think what it really boils down to is you can talk about those extra players, but really, LeBron James is the best player in the game right now.
Yeah, but you got to go aside from the LeBron James as being the best
talking
player.
starters. We're not talking depth right now.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's
stars.
And the
we're
Heat got the
talking
better
just starters.
And matchups,
I agree.
The Heat
I agree
a
with
lot
that.
better.
So let's go ahead. Let's talk about this bench, though. Who you guys got? Who has the better bench right here?
Definitely the Spurs. The Spurs are deep team. Like you said, there's a couple of question marks over there on the Heat's bench. So it depends on who plays better what day.
I tend to like the Heat bench a little better. When you got Ray Allen coming off the bench, you got who else is on the bench over there?
Rashard Lewis, Norris Cole.
No, it's not who I'm thinking of. I'm drawing a blank on
Birdman.
Well, Birdman, he's okay. He holds his own. But I like their bench. What they do, what they can bring in. They go big, they go small. I don't know. I like the Heat's depth.
Hollywood.
The
What
Spurs,
you think, man?
they're known for their depth. They've always been known, the last decade or so, being able to develop their bench and have their bench produce in big games like the finals.
Most definitely. I gotta say the Spurs as well, just because Manu Ginobili, number one, coming off the bench is always tough. That's 20 points right there. But then when you got Boris Diaw, you got Marco Bellinelli, they definitely have the more productive bench there with the Spurs. So
I'm rubbing your belly.
What? I can't help it, man.
Distracting, man.
I'm trying to take the pressure. I'm trying to take the pressure off. All right, now as far as coaches, who has the better coaches now? Eric Spoelstra, two-time champion. He's his fourth time he's brought the Heat to the finals. But then we got Greg Popovich, who is a four-time NBA champion. So who you got?
I got to go with Pop, man. The Heat's coach is winning off of LeBron James's coattail. He ain't doing nothing special.
But
over there. He turning them loose, letting them dunk. You know, Greg Popovich gets those guys in line every year. They've been consistent for quite some time.
It's easy for you to just say that, but so what about?
Very easy.
So I'm saying, what about Phil Jackson though?
I mean,
He always had the best basketball players on his teams every time he won championships. So how is Spoelstra doing anything different than Phil Jackson?
I'm just saying he's not as tried and true as Popovich. He's been in the game a lot longer. I'm going with Popovich.
I'm gonna have to agree with Burgundy over here. You know, nothing against Spoelstra. You know, he was kind of handed a team. You know, he kind of fell into a great situation. Pop has been there for too long to not give him the nod in this one. He is the better coach, seasoned.
Who you got?
Well, Popovich is the only coach out there, the only real coach. Everybody knows that Spoelstra is really just Pat Riley's puppet, you know, so he's kind of just going out there telling LeBron James and Dwayne Wade just to make it happen, try to get him another ring. But, you know, if you think best coach, Popovich. He's the only coach.
Here's the thing. Popovich is the greatest coach in the league to me. Even when Phil Jackson was in the league, I always thought Popovich was a bit better because he did more with less. That's how I've always felt personally. He's got his 4 championships, and the Spurs have a team that they have built through the draft. You know, they don't have a lot of sexy free agents come through there. So I do think Popovich is the best, but I think you guys are underestimating Spoelstra a little bit because you can have a very talented team and still not come through. You know,
True.
George Karl's
But
had
the
some
Spurs are
good
a
teams.
dynasty. The Spurs are a dynasty.
We'll
They're
get to that. Don't worry
definition of
about it. We'll get to
dynasty.
that.
All right. All right, so now let's talk about it. Who is the most clutch? Last possession, which team do you think is going to finish out the best? You know, maybe because of one player, maybe because of the whole team. Who's the most clutch? Go ahead.
Well, we go.
As a team or as a player?
I can't say we can't go through each
Well, let's
individual
go back
player.
to-
Which team is most clutch?
Let's go back
in the
to
end?
last year and how the Spurs almost had that final, and they let it slip. So were they clutch at that moment, and have they changed since then? Well, I guess we'll have to see.
That's a lame answer.
That's lame. That's
That
like
is
a blue thing.
You a
Yeah,
politician, man? You running for office?
Listen, I'm gonna go Heat. When you got Ray Allen that can shoot the 3 at any point in time, you know, and you have the best basketball player in the game, and LeBron James, I'll take Heat.
I gotta go with Heat, man. The Spurs, you know, they go out there, dominate some days, then they might lose the next game by 30 points. The Heat are far more consistent. They got the best player
That usually
possibly
takes
ever.
the Heat one game
I'm
to figure it out.
gonna take Hollywood stance and just play on the fence. So I guess we'll let it play out and see
let's
what
see
happens.
what
No, listen,
Based
man.
on the show, that's what's gonna be my argument.
We just saw last year what happened. Yes, the Spurs were up in that series. The Heat are the ones that brought it back. They were down 15, 16 points. LeBron went on a tear. Then Ray Allen gets the ball in the corner. Boom, he hits a 3. You can't call that luck because when you're down big, but you're able to come back.
And Ray Allen's done it too many times.
So many times over the course of his career. So, okay, quickly, game 1 predictions. Who you got? Burgundy.
I gotta go with San Antonio at home. They're dangerous down there.
All right.
Heat and 7.
Spurs.
I was just talking game 1. Just
They're gonna win
my
7
bad.
games
What?
the first
Just-
game.
7 games first game.
All
Heat.
right.
Spurs by 7 points.
They're gonna hit a home run.
All right. Well, folks, stay tuned. We're going to have more from the Joes. We got the lightning round coming up. We'll talk about NHL Finals, talk Anderson Silva and Colin Kaepernick all here on the Average Joe Sports Show. We also have your Kanto Connection coming up.
You're tuned into the Average Joe Sports Show by there. Keep it Kilbasa Kanto playing.
9:32. We're back here in the Eagle 810 studio. Yes, it's the Average Joe's Sports Show. I'm Kellen. I got in here Shawn Burgundy. We got Real Deal, and we got Hollywood in the studio. Gentlemen, it's time to get to what we like to call the lightning round here on the Average Joe's. And let's go ahead and get into it. NHL Finals. Kings beat the Rangers 3-2 in Game 1. Who wins Game 2? Burgundy, go.
I gotta go with New York. They're not gonna get beat up this whole series. It's gonna be a tough. I'd probably say it goes 7 games, but I'm going New York next round.
New York next round.
New York next round.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay. And all right, Real Deal. Veal.
The West is clearly better than the rest of the, than the East. So I'm gonna have to go Kings. And it may go just 4. I don't know if the Rangers have anything for
Crazy
them.
talk.
He said crazy talk. All right, Hollywood, what do you say?
I mean, the Kings right now, isn't playing as good as he usually does, and they're still winning. And the Kings are on this amazing run since they almost got eliminated by the Sharks back in the first round. So I'm going to have to go with the Kings over the Rangers.
All right. And let's go. Anderson Silva, he's talking about a comeback. He said he wants Nick Diaz. Would you be interested in this fight, and who wins?
No, I wouldn't be interested. Nick could bring his little brother Nate in there in the hospital right after Anderson Silva broke his leg, and he still choked both of them out. I don't care. This is a waste of time.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a good fight for Anderson, but I don't want to see it.
All right, real deal.
I think it'll be a good tune-up fight for him coming back off his injury in 2015. However, I don't think it's going to matter who he fights. I just want to see Silva come back.
I like
Plain
that.
and simple.
All right. And go ahead, Hollywood.
Anytime you get any of the Diaz brothers in there and Silva in a talk with a fight, it's going to be an entertaining fight, at least coming up to the fight, at least until they get into the octagon, you know. After that, you know, who knows. But, yeah, it'd be exciting to see Silva come back.
Hey, you know what? I'm interested in this fight for the simple fact of it's a fighter. Nick Diaz is a striker. He's going to go there, going to go forward. He's either going to get highlight reeled, knocked out, or he's going to get lucky and knock out Anderson. Either way it goes, it could be a very entertaining fight. All right, did San Francisco 49ers, they gave Colin Kaepernick a 6-year, $126 million contract extension, $61 million guaranteed, the highest in NFL history. Did he deserve this contract?
Man, unless you're curing cancer, you don't deserve $61 million.
Amen.
And Colin Kaepernick, I mean, yeah, he's an elite quarterback. I don't think he's worth that type of money, but with the money they're tossing around out now, why not?
Real deal.
No, absolutely not. His name is not Peyton Manning. His name is not Tom Brady. This is a what have you done for me lately league, and, you know, until he gets on that status, no, not this kind of money.
All right, and what do you got for us,
Well, I mean,
Hollywood?
like we were discussing it a little bit earlier during the break, is the Joe Flacco effect coming
Yes.
out? You know, Kaepernick's getting a big payday just for taking this team to the playoffs and hopefully, you know, get that money to get him to play a little bit harder, but I think it's overpriced.
I look at it like this. If Joe Flacco's worth $100 million, then Kaepernick is too. That's my opinion on
That's
that.
actually
Yeah, I
valid.
can't disagree with that.
What current NFL free agent is most likely to find a home and be the most productive this season? Go ahead.
I'm going to go with Tim Tebow. He's going to find a home on his
took my
mother's
pick.
couch, and he's going to be the most productive because we're
Good
never
answer.
going to hear his name again, and it's going to be phenomenal.
Oh, my goodness. Real deal.
Although I like that response, I'm going to actually go Josh Freeman. I think he's going to find a team that he can, you know, he's going to do something for after somebody gets injured, and he might actually, with the right system, he's going to play well.
Okay, I can dig that.
I mean, you got Donald Driver still out there, you know, he's older. You know, he still might be a good asset as a veteran, helping the new guys, new receivers coming out. Especially next year, we're going to have that good receiving core for the draft. I say you can pick them up.
Donald Driver. I mean, for me, man, I got to go Denario Alexander, 6'5", 220-pound receiver. He played with the Chargers last year. He blew out his knee. 2 years in a row he's blowing out his knee, but every time he's producing big numbers with the Rams and then even with the Chargers. And if he can get healthy, if he can stay healthy, he could be a good pickup for somebody. All right, did Tampa Bay Rays pitcher David Price, did he deserve to be suspended, or was the fine an appropriate level of punishment for his actions?
I say you got to suspend a guy like that, man. He's out there throwing the ball 90, 100 miles an hour. You hit somebody in the right spot like that, and that could be a career-ending injury. He doesn't need to be out there pegging people. He's a professional athlete, professional pitcher. He needs to throw it where it's supposed to
Yeah,
be.
for those who aren't familiar, Price, he actually beamed David Ortiz and Mike Carp, and then it set off a little tussle going on. And so, yeah, that's what we're talking about. And real deal, what do you got?
I think the fine is a joke, and I think suspension is a joke. This is baseball. You know, throwing at the batters is part of the game. It always has been, always will be. You know, they're taking baseball out of baseball. Let it happen, you know.
All right.
Baseball, not dodgeball.
Yeah, right. But, you know, I think
Hollywood.
Price should consider himself lucky for getting suspended and not having to face the Red Sox for a little bit because Puppy was ready to get out there, you know, and throw it down. So maybe the fine and the suspension is the least of his worries right now.
Well, he didn't get suspended. He only got fined. So,
Okay.
So
So
yeah, that was the thing.
I'll
though,
take a
wasn't-
suspension.
All right, and the NFL this year, they're using 50 instead of Roman numerals for the Super Bowl. Big deal, big idea. What do you think of it?
I think they did this because all the players got concussions and they can't read the Roman numerals. They want to make sure they show up at the right game, so they put the 50 up there. I think that's completely appropriate.
Real deal.
You know, I don't know how to feel about this one. I like tradition. However, from a marketing standpoint, you know, I like the 50 and the logo that you're starting to see out there. You know, I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal either way.
In Hollywood.
You know, anytime you push something new out there, change, people are going to resist it. You know, but I like to move forward. You know, get rid of the old and busted, in with the new hotness. All right, get that 50 in there, big old a celebration logo there.
They
Let's go
basically
with
said
new.
the L wasn't very attractive in any of the logos.
It doesn't
they
make
used,
sense, though.
So they went with the 50. So, all right, your thoughts on players suing the NFL? Is the NFL responsible, or are the players to blame for these injuries? Shawn Burgundy.
Well, that's like a meth head wanting the drug dealer to pay for their plastic surgery when they're in there picking their face. This is ridiculous, man. You guys knew what you signed up for. You knew what you were doing. You wanted to be out there on the field making that money. Deal with the problem.
His analogies kill me. Real
No,
deal.
that's good stuff right there, and I couldn't agree more. It's like obese people going to McDonald's and suing McDonald's for being fat now.
I think that happens, though.
It does,
The
but this
coffee
is a
spill,
joke.
too.
You knew what you signed up for when you played Little League.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, most of these players have been playing since they were tiny, since they were able to walk. You know the risk, as with any sport. The league should do whatever they can to ensure the player's safety, but up to a certain extent, the player has to take some
So
responsibility.
you guys are all in agreement. It's on the players. All right. Los Angeles Dodgers, $239 million payroll. They're barely above 500. And Don Mattingly's talking about it's due to cohesion. Do you believe that, or should that not be a problem when you have this much talent on one team?
It can be hard to rein in talent like that, but there's still a lot of baseball. Everybody's freaking out really early in the season. We're only halfway there. And in baseball, if you're over 500, you're doing something right. So could they be winning more? Absolutely. But they're not in any trouble yet.
Real deal.
The Dodgers will be fine. There's so much more to baseball than cohesion. Guys are going to get hot. Everything will go together. Right now, their hits haven't come in timely manner, so it's like onesie, twosie. They're playing in the best division, one of the best divisions in the West. They're playing San Francisco.
Hollywood.
Just piggyback on that. I mean, the Dodgers are in the playoffs right now. So, and the Giants, they're the best team in baseball. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm from LA. I'm never worried about it when the Dodgers put out that kind of number. So we'll be all right.
All right, and quickly, we're going to go through this. Will California Chrome, the early 3-5 favorite to win the Belmont Stakes, become the racing's 12th Triple Crown winner and first in 36 years? You think that's going to happen? Go ahead, Shawn Burgundy. Yes or no?
Cares?
All right, real deal.
It won't happen.
All right,
It's
in
California
Hollywood.
Chrome, baby. It's going to happen.
All
It
right.
better happen.
UFC Fight Night coming to Tokyo in September 21st to be exact. Mark Hunt versus Roy Nelson. Are you going?
Oh, absolutely, man. Anytime you can see somebody with a mullet and a beer belly beat somebody up, you got to. I mean, that has to happen, right?
Real deal?
I'm not going. I'll be PCS by then. However, I think Cecil Breeze versus Pat Coleman will be a better UFC headline.
That's a co-main event right
That's
there.
what
man.
I'm talking about. Hollywood, your thoughts?
Yeah,
You going?
big country out there. I'll go out to see Team Breeze, though. I mean, no doubt.
I'm definitely down with that. Hey, stay tuned. We're going to find out what's on the Joe's mind after we get to some more music. Lady Gaga, R. Kelly, do what you want.
And here's what the Joes have on their mind today.
9:46. We're back here in the Eagle 810 studio, the Average Joe Sports Show. Kellen, Shawn Burgundy, Real Deal, and Hollywood. Now, want to find out, gentlemen, what's on your mind? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'll tell you what I'm excited about. Bruce Burnett has returned to the Team USA
Who?
Freestyle. Easy there, Kellen.
Who?
He's the Team USA Freestyle head wrestling coach. He did it for 13, 14 years. Last 14 years, he's actually been coaching at the US Naval Academy.
Man.
We're going to put us back on top of the world. We're going to go.
They need
as soon as
they
as soon as
better
we get
get
back in the
Scott
Olympics.
Steiner or somebody to make
we're
it
gonna be
interesting.
rubbing people's faces in the mats. Y'all ain't ready.
McMahon.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Is that the Kardashian dad or whatever?
Are you guys, you done snoozing? All right, what do you got for us?
All right,
Real
so I'm
Deal?
going to do one that hits a little bit more, closer to home. I'm a huge UGA fan. UGA has dismissed yet another player for disciplinary actions. And some have said that Coach Mark Rick has lost the control of the program, and I think it's otherwise. He has, full control. He's holding players accountable. My bigger problem with this young man is going to go play for another Division I school next season. And this is absolutely not teaching our youth or anybody anything. They should have to lose a year of eligibility. They should have to, sit out and see what it's like to there are consequences to your actions.
UGA, that's Unified Golf Association, right?
Close.
I thought it was those boots that those girls wear.
Oh yeah, the ones with the fur at the top.
We got jokes. We got jokes.
I honestly though, the way you sound, Real Deal, you sound bitter. You sound like, you know what? We got a player. We got rid of him. Somebody else is going to benefit from our good player.
Well,
that's what it.
Look at Auburn. Look at Auburn. Their quarterback was
Do
a
you want
prior
him to learn
UGA
something,
player.
or do you just want him back?
Yeah.
No, he should have to sit out.
All right.
We can't use them. Nobody can.
Absolutely.
It's like
Absolutely.
it's like an ex-girlfriend, huh?
That's right.
If I can't have her, nobody can. All right, what you
What
got?
you trying to say?
What you got for us, Hollywood?
Well, we got next week. We got the World Cup in Brazil.
All
All right, you got to turn that mic down a little
Turn down for what?
All right.
You got
That's
extra
soccer, right?
Yeah, soccer.
And y'all were making fun of wrestling? Oh,
Nobody
my
cares.
God. You want to talk about snoozing?
Did you hear how quiet we got?
Yeah, man. Like, what?
Where's the cricket?
Man, what about what's the love for Team USA, man? We got the hardest group coming up. We got
Yep.
Germany,
No.
Portugal.
Soccer.
Team USA is not about doing anything.
Soccer.
They cut their best player.
I'm just
Man,
gonna
that's
throw,
heartbreaking.
Hey,
to
listen.
know those guys don't got our support.
Hey, overall, this is how I feel about y'all's collective group of stories y'all brought up today. Yeah, snoozers
think
right
What's
there.
what's on your mind, pregnant Kellen?
You know what?
I think the hormones talking right now. That's what it is. The
You're a
hormones
little
talking.
moody. Do you need some breakfast?
I'm still yawning. Listen, John Calipari, coach for the Kentucky Wildcats, just inked a 7-year, $52.5 million deal. I mean, that's pretty amazing for a college basketball coach. We're talking about that's over $7 million
pay the
a
man.
year.
Pay the man. He deserves it.
I agree. I mean, he may not be the best coach in the game, but he's the best recruiter for sure. And he definitely knows how to put some teams together, one and dones, year in and year out.
Year in and year out.
What's Drake's cut on that?
What's Drake's cut? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
don't
get a cut
know.
on there?
I don't know. Drake should get a cut, shouldn't he? Hey,
Your
gentlemen,
option.
I got to thank you this morning again for coming in, putting on a good show. Always entertaining having you gentlemen. Shawn Burgundy, Real Deal Hollywood. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Appreciate it, man. It's been a good one. Another one.
You don't have anything to say?
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to say exit words at this point.
Exit word?
You,
Well, you didn't, I wasn't briefed. Bye.
all right.
Bye, Felicia.
Hollywood.
World Cup Brazil, man. That's it.
All right. We got music, your yen rate, and yes, more music. Yeah, that's what we got coming up. Before we wrap up the morning cruise.